Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 173 of the GenGaming podcast. I'm your host, as always. I am Tyler. And joining me, we have the second coolest guys in gaming. We have Justin.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Doing good.
It's good.
What's up with what?
I don't know.
Ask me.
More
specifically.
Did I say what's up?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know.
I might
How
have
you doing?
it. Oh,
Be more specific.
I am slightly tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing great though. Still alive.
I'm sorry.
Feeling the heat.
I can turn the fan up if you like.
I'm feeling the heat. Just interesting things happening politically and stuff like that.
Did you eat Taco John's again?
At the
Is that why
moment,
you're
yeah.
feeling
That is exactly like bathroom politics.
heat?
They are upset this morning. No, but I'm doing good. I'm ready. Ready for the show.
All right. Well, I hope so, because we're actually the show started.
This is the show.
This is the show.
This is the show right now. You better be ready.
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
Oh.
I don't know if you're gonna go on more. We have also joining us. We have Gables. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, 3 more weeks till Extra Life, dude.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Do it. Yep.
I'm fucking ready for this shit.
I've been ready. I was born ready. I was ready November 8th? Whatever the hell the last one was. I was ready after that. No, I shouldn't say that. Like 2 weeks after that, I was ready.
You know, man, it's just interesting. I've been thinking about what I wanted to do for Extra Life, but I was also thinking about, okay, what are some types of, like, goals just to aim towards for this whole event? And, of course, for anybody who's listening, Extra Life comes once a year on the, like what was it, like, usually in November and stuff like that, where you play games for 24 hours, raise it for your favorite charity and stuff. Of course, this year, because of the whole daylight savings time ending, it's like 25 hours of light gaming, but still, it goes to a good cause and stuff, and it helps out children that really do need the medical funds and stuff to, you know, to help cope or to help, like, get past that certain bump in their life, you know. Mm-hmm. It's a good cause. But, let's see, what was I going? Oh, anyway, I was actually thinking about, like, potentially, like, doing some, like, bets or something like that, or some goals or something like that. Just to make things a little bit more interesting during Extra Life. I was actually thinking about, like, doing something in regards to, say, how much money we've all raised, you know? Like, who can make the most, or who makes the least, or something like that.
I make the lead.
Okay.
And I'm just going to make this sort of interesting. Whoever makes the least has to play through the entirety of Resident Evil 6.
Yes! I knew he was going for that too! Alright, I'm in.
I'm gonna lose.
I'm in.
I mean, have an account.
I've been thinking, guys, I've been going through this back and forth in my mind for the better part of the week, and I'm like, I just thought of it last Saturday. It's like, no, Gabe. No. And I'm like, oh, god damn it, I gotta do it. Because it's more available, but we gotta come up with a good thing. It's like, who among us, if we make the most, like, what are we gonna do? You know, what is that person gonna do?
The person that loses has to play 25 hours of Super Mario DDR on GameCube.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
no! It's
It's
gonna
only,
end in death. There's no other ending. You're gonna
there's
die.
What sucks is only a
I kind of
45
agree with
minute
Justin
game.
on that one, man. That's going to be fucking funny.
I beat it in one sitting.
You're
Bullshit.
just gonna die.
I know. Well, you should do it.
Might as well eat something good, I guess, before
My
the
God.
last meal for your
I'm
execution.
I'm actually going to be kind of amused, like, what you guys try to do to try to get yourself out of that last place spot, you know? It's like, oh God, I don't want to play this game.
I feel like I'm in pretty good shape then.
I will lie.
Because as it stands right... I think as it stands right now, I think Tyler's in the lead. I have made, like, about $15. Justin, I'm not sure about.
Justin hasn't even gone to the website yet.
Yeah, I do. I know. If
Okay, so he officially makes the least.
I'm at 225. So.
I'm at.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, like Gabe was saying, 3 weeks away, November 5th, 25 hours straight video games. All the money goes to the Children's Miracle Network, which hospitals, which helps raise money for sick kids, cancer, pretty much everything that's awful. So if we all select our own personal hospital that we want. Mine's Iowa City. Gabe's is Seattle.
Yep.
Jake Knuckles is doing one as well. Check him out, Jacob Morgan. He's doing one for, I think, in Knoxville.
Yep.
So check those out. We're all doing one this year. Yeah, I mentioned last week. We're gonna mention every week until it's over with. So get the fuck over it. It is. I'm raising $500. I'm sorry, my goal is $500. And if I get there, I'm getting a tattoo right here on the left arm.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
It's the children's charity, Justin.
I don't see your left ear.
Oh yeah, no. I don't have very big ears. So it's kind of very small tattoo. It'd be a lot cheaper though, actually.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not a bad idea fiscally.
It's just a dot. It's in there.
It's in there.
You gotta look at it with an electron microscope.
Neither one's NASA uses to find fucking shit 20 fucking million light years away. You'll see it. Yeah, so that's my goal this year, $500. I'm at 225 now, so I'm gonna get there, and I'll get a tattoo of the Extra Life logo. But yeah, we're gonna mention every week Extra Life. It's a thing. Check it out, extra-life.org. If you want to donate to us, go there, search for our names: Tyler Courtney, Gabe Bagno, Jacob Morgan. He's not here. Also, if you're interested in checking out yourself, signing up, go ahead and do it. Like I said, extra-life.org. It's an awesome thing. It's my 5th year doing it, so it's
my 4th.
Yep. I say this all the time. It is my least favorite day of the year. I am really excited for it, and
that's so
it.
true.
I'm excited for it to happen, and I'm dreading the last 15 hours. But no, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. And we'll talk about more. I actually have an idea. What to do this year? I'm not gonna say it on the show. I don't want people to steal the idea. But I have an idea that we'll talk about sometime down the road.
Now that's something we all can enjoy.
Yes. Something we all can enjoy. A little podcast secrecy for you guys. Something we can do for Extra Life this year for the podcast. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, extra-life.org. Check it out. Really cool charity. Does a lot of good things. They've actually raised close to $25 million. And I think this is going to be its 8th or 9th year. So that's pretty impressive. In the first 3 years alone, they've raised about $1 million. So in the last 5 years, they've raised almost, most of it's been raised in the last 4 or 5 years. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump onto some gaming. I'm actually going to mix up a little bit. Usually I go last. I'm going to go first this time. I'll mix up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Justin, you're going last, by the way.
Awesome.
I think you probably have the biggest thing to talk about, unless Gabe has something that he hasn't told us yet.
Yep.
So I played a few games this week. First up, I'm just gonna finish it up. Talk about the last couple weeks. BioShock Infinite. I finished it up last Sunday. Still a really great game, like I said. The ending's still pretty good. I like the ending.
How did it make you feel?
I didn't really feel a lot because I already knew the ending.
Oh.
But I did remember the final couple hours of it, not liking it. And it kind of holds up. Yeah.
Not liking it.
Not a big fan of it. Just kind of felt tacked on. Like just kind of like we need like.
It sort of is,
like,
really.
We need to add like this is like a 10-hour game. We should really make this like 12 to 15-hour game.
What starts off as sort of an interesting game kind of evolves into like sort of, like you said before, sort of a tacked on ending where things could have been more fleshed out than they really, could have been, at the end of it, because things just seemed to fall flat on a story perspective in the last few hours of the game, and it just really didn't make sense.
I thought the last 20 hours is sweet. Did I say 20 hours?
Yeah, wow.
20 minutes. Last 20 minutes is sweet. Justin gave me a look like I fucked up somewhere.
No.
The last 20 minutes is pretty sweet. The only unfortunate side is if you don't fucking find some of those recordings, you're gonna miss a lot of shit. Like, it's one of those games where like you don't find the recordings, you don't look around, you're gonna be kind of confused when the ending comes. So if people haven't played the game, looking at you, Justin. If you play that game,
you better look around.
You better it helps. I would recommend that anyways because you find a lot of lock picks, which lock picks come in handy, and also money and upgrades and shit like that.
Nice.
So it's best. It's one of those games you get the most out of when you actually go around and look for things.
Okay.
If you go straight through it, it's still a good game, but you get more out of it the more time you put into it. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a good game. Another game I played. Jake gave me his login to Xbox, so I'm able to play some of his games he's bought digitally. So I finally checked out The Division.
All right.
I played the beta earlier this year, I think. I played with Gabe and Jake, and I thought it was kind of cool, but it wasn't just like I'm like, this looks like kind of like a real world Destiny kind of thing. It's like just be fun friends, but that's about it. I played it. Admittedly, I'm gonna put like 2+ hours into it, maybe 2.5 hours at most. And I actually would say I would rather play Destiny for this game.
Really?
And I'm we've joked about Destiny since it came out and gave a lot of shit. And we talk about Destiny is overall the gameplay is fine. Gameplay is good.
It's just not what I thought it was.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it.
You weren't actually here when Destiny came out, so.
Yeah.
So, let me get this straight. Tyler, you playing through Tom Clancy's Division felt more boring to you than playing Destiny?
I mean, it was fine. I wouldn't say bored, but there was nothing that was like, I want to keep going back to this game. I went back, I played it for the first day for like an hour or so, went back, played for another hour or so, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Like, it just was just kind of like, the world was kind of felt boring. I would say, I think it helps that Destiny is a space game. I've talked about that before, about kind of like space is kind of like, that's my, like, I enjoy that environment. And also it's just kind of, it's different, it's like, this is just New York City in the wintertime and it looks run down. We've seen that in a dozen games, especially a lot of zombie games, shit like that. And nothing, it just didn't stand out to me. Not that, like I said, I don't think it's a bad game. Gameplay wise, it's fine. But there's like no reason to me to go back and continue to play this game. But the meat and potatoes of this is I have been playing Gears of War 4. I've been extremely excited about this game. It's been probably one of my more anticipated games of the year. And this game is really fucking good. This game is amazing. This game makes owning an Xbox One worth it.
Wow.
Really?
I think this is a system seller. Not to me, not a lot of games are system sellers, but this is one of them.
You can play it, not playing any of the other ones, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, if
we'll have extra stuff, of course, if you did play the other ones. But
if I were to just bought the Xbox One the day the Gears of War 4 came out, I would have felt solely satisfied.
Wow.
And then this game,
that's amazing.
Incredible graphically. It is gorgeous. I'm not gonna say it's like, is it the best looking game of the generation? No, it's comparable to, I think, an Uncharted 4 or Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
That's good. Yeah,
it's probably one of the 5 or 6 best looking games this generation. But I like the new characters in this game. Actually, someone made a really good comparison on Twitter. I saw when they said this is the Star Wars Episode 7 of this, like, of video games. Where it's just like it was basically just like almost like a remake of Episode 4, Force Awakens, but but we got these new characters, new generation characters, and this is kind of what it is. And I saw it before I played the game. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that or not. Even though I like Force Awakens, I don't know if I like that in Gears. But I actually think it works. That comparison is a really good really good comparison. And also, I really like that. I actually really like this game because of that.
Cool.
Because like the new character is like JD. He is Marcus Phoenix's son, which Marcus Phoenix is the main guy of the original Gears of War trilogy. Marcus plays it like the Han Solo of this game. JD, the son, plays the Rey role. I would say Del is probably the Finn, and then you have Kate, who is probably the Poe, if we're going to compare it to the Force Awakens.
Right.
And I think I almost like these four together. I'm not finished the game yet. I got like there's 5 acts, and like but there's like each of them have like 5 chapters or something like that in each act.
Oh
like
yeah, I
chapters,
remember those.
And I'm like 22 or 23, so I'm close to the end. But I would say I almost like these cast of characters together, these 4 together, more than I liked the original 4 together. I think all 4 of them have their strengths, and they work really well together. And the comedy actually is really good. Like a couple points, I actually like chuckled out loud, or I'm like, "Oh, that was pretty funny. I like that." Like,
cool.
The voice acting is the best it's been. The script is the best it's ever been. I think this probably might be the best story they've had of the 5 games. And I've talked about, like, it's not saying a lot, because I think Gears of War 2 is a bad story. Gears of War 1 is actually a pretty decent story for what that game was. Where it's just like...
What about Gears 3?
Gears 3 I thought was an amazing story. That was the first one where it's like, okay, not like The Last of Us amazing, but...
In the context of the game, is really good.
Yes, it was a really good story. And I think this kind of goes one above. And just like when there's a point in the game where JD opens the door, and I knew what was happening because it's in the trailers, and you open the door up and Marcus Phoenix is sitting in the chair, and he's like, "Welcome home, son." I got chills. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And then he puts the do-rag back on. I'm like, "Oh, buddy, oh." And then he hands you the Lancer, and you hear the chainsaw revving. I'm like, "Oh man." Oh, guys, this is about to get fucking real.
That's one of those parts where it's like totally for people that played the other ones.
Yes,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's because the first probably 7 or 8 chapters of the game, you're playing with like a rifle, and like the guns aren't shitty, but like I want my fucking Lancer with the chainsaw and shit. I want to cut people in half.
Oh yeah, you want the good stuff,
and
right,
you don't get that gun until at that point. You finally get it. I'm like, yeah, this is set. There's some there's pretty sweet guns in this game.
Cool,
but man. I'm always sticking with the Lancer because I fucking love chainsawing dudes in half.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you could do that in that game.
Yeah, it's been the key thing.
Kind of selling me on it already.
It's fucking amazing. There's a chainsaw on the rifle. It's amazing.
Awesome. It's like a bayonetta.
Yes, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
But there's some cool stuff with this game. Actually, I think they've added so this is the first one that I guess not the first one, but it's the first one by Microsoft because People That Fly made Judgment. Which has got a bad rap, but it's still it's a Gears of War game, so the gameplay is fine, but the story's not good. There's some of the things they added to it, like so the big thing they added in this game is the wind flares. So it takes place 25 years after Gears of War 3. So 25 years, it's to the day of like where Gears of War 3 ended, where like they won the war against the Locust, and shit starts happening again. It's actually kind of a mystery game too. That's what's interesting about it. Like you fight robots for a good chunk of it. And it's just dealing with like fighting like the evil I don't know evil like there's like some weird shit going on where like people are disappearing, and like the lady that basically runs the planet is like people are disagreeing with her, and she's like freaking out because people are disappearing. She wants to know why. She's blaming people for it, and they're blaming her for it, and it just turns into like this. Like, you start to like figure out what's going on. And, but one of the cool things is, like I said, the wind flares in this game where, like, so there'll be points in the game where, like, because it sounds like the planet's basically, like, falling apart.
What planet is it?
Yep. It's just a made-up planet. It's not Earth. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's just a planet. Okay. But there's these weird, like, almost like twisters that come with, like, tornado, like, with, like, lightning strikes and, like, crazy. It's like almost, I'd almost say, like, Mars. Where they have crazy windstorms, and like there's points in the game where you get like you're like running for like housing and like places to hide from it. Mm-hmm. But there's cool parts where you get in the battles with it, and these crazy like gusts of winds are coming, and it's nonstop, and like the bullets actually are affected by the wind, and like you actually like some of like the guns that don't have like like some of the rifles that like the machine guns, like they don't have like they're not super powerful shots. Can actually like kind of flutter off.
Yeah.
And they have like this new weapon that's called the Buzzkill. It actually shoots off like buzzsaws, and you can actually like if like gusts of winds are going, you actually have to aim it like so if it's blowing to the left, you got to aim it a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
And like you got to like almost like a frisbee. You got to like go with the wind of it, and like it's almost like there's actually certain weapons that work better in those windstorms, and also you can like mess with the environment. Like there's like this stack of pipes, and there's these like 5 or 6 guys standing in front of you, and you gotta like shoot the thing that's holding the strap holding them together, and the pipes will go and kill them all or run them all over, and that's a really cool thing that's added to this game. Yeah, it's definitely changed up the gameplay, and it helps too in this game where it's like it's a cover-based shooter, and I never feel bored in this game. There's points in like the old Gears games where like it's just fighting waves of enemies, and it kind of gets it's just like okay, it's like after 5 or 6 hours, all right, here's a wave of enemies, kill those guys. It changes it up, and it makes it it doesn't do it too much where it feels boring, but they do it. They bring it in often enough where it just kind of changes things up a bit. And also some of the new enemies they've added like the Snatcher, this cool guy that actually like if your guy goes down, you have to revive him. The Snatcher will go pick him up and put him inside of him, and you gotta go and shoot him and make him drop your guy. So you can actually be a person down, fighting off these enemies. And then they added like the Juvies. Those are cool enemies they added in this game, I think. And also something I forgot about, and I didn't like. And they really with 2 they did this, and 3 definitely they expanded upon it. I think Gears of War might have some of the smartest AI out there as far as shooters go. Where it feels like when you're fighting these enemies, they're actually working together. It doesn't feel like mindless like a Call of Duty or anything like that, where it's just like they're just running at you, or they're just standing there shooting at you, and you just kind of pick them off and do whatever. Like these guys like are actually intelligent and they'll work together. And they've actually had points where like there's 2 hiding behind cover right next to each other. One will pop up real quick, and I go to point my gun at him and shoot him. He pops right back down, and the one next to him pops up and starts shooting me. Or like they'll actually go fall down, and the other one will go pick him up and help him back up. Or
be a lot more strategic. It sounds like.
Yeah, it feels like there's strategy into it, and they'll flank you. It just feels like no.
It's like you're actually going after something that's real.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like
alive.
It doesn't feel like you're just standing there shooting a gun at you, and you just hide behind cover, wait till you're healed.
Cardboard cutout is shooting at you.
Yeah, and you can't stay in one place for too long. At certain points you can if it's long distance, but like if you're in like a closed area, it's like you gotta move, like because they'll come around, they'll flank you, and it's just like yeah.
That's like a Gear staple, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's just something I completely forgot about. It's like how smart, how intelligent. Like, this game it makes it a little more challenging, not like unfair challenging, but it makes it like. You can't just go in there like a mindless cover-based shooter game and just like, all right, hide behind cover, wait till you're healed up again, pick that guy off, hide behind cover, pick that guy off. It's like you gotta like you can do that, but it's gonna make it a lot tougher.
It's kind of more like how you would play Doom and stuff, where you constantly have to be moving and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
Maybe duck behind cover every few things. Like it's obviously
not
a little
as
bit
fast.
different than that,
It's
but
a
it's
slower
like,
pace Doom.
not as fast, but it's a little bit slower. But
yeah. The
thought remains the same, where you're just like you're still just constantly have to move your positions and stuff and gun down a bunch of enemies.
Yeah, but this game is amazing. I'm probably gonna finish it up tomorrow. But I'm loving this game, and I also I picked up Mafia 3.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to play it,
but
I own it. So I'll probably be jumping into a lot this week. So I'll talk about that next week.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Gables, what about you, buddy?
Well, you know what? I've actually been playing Severed.
Oh,
on the Vita.
Oh, okay, the Vita. Okay.
Yeah, so after you guys' talk and discussion about Severed, I really got interested in trying to play it, because it had been a game I've been interested in trying out, but I didn't have really the time or the interest to actually invest into it until recently. So I downloaded the game. I've played a few hours of it, and I gotta say, it's really impressive. Not in terms of, like, say, graphical stuff, because, hey, the graphical stuff's pretty fun and stuff just to look at it, but it's just the way they put you in the action immediately once you begin the game, and then you're going forth, you're going to the different dungeons and stuff. I still really don't know too much of what I'm doing, but I like the emphasis of the combat, how smart it is, where you have to take out enemies a certain way, and it's not over explanation of all these other stuff, but you're basically left to figure out, oh hey, I can use the touchscreen in order to like swipe here, there, and stuff like that. I could just go ahead and just recognize certain patterns, and then once I do sever an enemy's limbs, I can use them as inventory, and then just convert them into like these status, like these perk points and stuff for my character, and it's really interesting. I gotta admit, I'm having a fun time going through its entirety. I still haven't finished the game, but I could do that. I could do that probably in the next couple of days if I wanted to. But let's see. Other than that, I've been trying out some new controllers for some of my retro consoles. In the mail over the past week or so, I've gotten replacement controllers for the NES, the Super Nintendo, and the Sega Genesis. All three of them, I've felt that they are really good, accurate, like representations of their original controllers. They've been precise. They've been really good quality. There hasn't been really any type of problems, like any type of precision problems or any types of like loose buttons or here or there or any dead buttons. I pretty much got what I paid for them. And it's also led me to try to play certain games on my Genesis and stuff. But as for that, I'm going to save that for the Retro Game of the Week, because it's going to be a Genesis game. So that's all what I've been playing.
Well, Justin, I saved you for last because I think you have the bigger stuff to talk about.
Oh!
I'm talking about the Wii U game you got. I don't give a shit about the other thing.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Can we start with that?
Yeah, I don't give a shit about you. I'm just being sarcastic.
Okay. I will briefly touch on Paper Mario Color Splash, because I've probably played it for like 6 or 7 hours so far.
Oh.
And as soon as I saw this game, I felt there was potential for it, and it looked interesting. And I never actually played like a full-on Paper Mario game before. And I will tell you, after playing what I have so far, a lot of complaints that I have, just to kind of talk about some complaints I've seen before people actually played it, was how like all the toads look the same, and how like it lacks character from like previous early installments in the series, and also like the leveling up system, and what else? You guys had complaints.
Oh no, I Sticker Star and that
Sticker
last
Star.
Mario and Luigi game were awful. I thought.
I never played Sticker Star, but I did not like the Mario Luigi one.
Yeah, to me it was just more of Mario and Luigi was Sticker Star, but with actual levels, the leveling system.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I have more to say about the character thing. I have not played, like I said, Thousand Year Door or the original Paper Mario for 64, which is. Those are usually the two most revered ones, I think.
Yeah.
People talk about.
Thousand Year Door is amazing.
Yeah, never played them. I will say, please not judge this book by its cover. There's more character with these characters that look similar than any game I've played, possibly this whole year. Like the writing with them, and like the humor. This is all in the context of this game.
Mm.
I'm not comparing this game to like Uncharted story or anything, but just like. Each toad that you run into is very interesting. Like the stuff they say, the dialogue changes when you interact and do certain things. I feel like there's definitely some unwarranted stuff after, especially playing this game myself. Do not judge this by its cover. It's actually, I love this game so far.
Yeah,
it is fantastic to me.
If I could jump in real quick.
Go ahead. I'm ready for you guys' questions.
To me, the thing that I would love this game if it wasn't for the gameplay. The battling system with the card shit is what turns the turn off to me.
Really?
If I can avoid all that and just just enjoy the story and the visuals of it, I would be all in for it. That to me, that's the thing.
Okay.
Turns me off.
I've had no issues with the card thing at all.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty fun. That's definitely not.
How about
not
boss
the
battles?
Thing about it. I actually haven't played a boss yet.
Really?
Yeah. I'm about to, I believe. But there's
Alright,
so
no
much
problem.
other stuff going on in the game that I haven't got to one of those parts yet. Yeah, I guess I want more of your guys' questions because you guys have played Paper Mario. This is my first one.
Yeah. No, it's just
like, do you have any questions for me specifically?
Not really. That was
mean,
just.
like,
I mean, I just really want to make that comment. For really, is just that. Yeah, I would. Like I said, I would just. The world itself, like the trailer, like sold me completely on. Like as far as like the visuals, everything. Like you, like me judging that book by its cover makes me want to play that game. But it's like when I start actually like going into the details of that story, or not the story, but the details of that game, it's just like, they're going more into the direction I don't want them to go into, where it feels it's almost getting too casual with that stuff with the cards. And I would love it if they went back to like the old kind of the RPG style gameplay. It was just
it definitely feels like an RPG game to me.
I just don't like.
I guess I don't know what you mean by
it's
the
just
card
the structure.
The fact that you got to pick cards to make your attacks, and like there's really no reason to even battle in that game. Like, what's the point of it?
Yeah, you actually do level up. Not like you get like level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But you level up your whole your paint, how much you can hold.
Okay.
Which is how you use your paint to power your cards. And a lot of times you find cards too, they can already be powered up. And actually, like I guess what I'm trying to get, like from your question there is like, I guess what did you do in the other ones? Because I haven't played them. Like, what was the difference between like, did you pick a move then use it?
Yeah,
that's how it is here too.
The original Paper Mario was more structured like a turn-based RPG, where you would select your moves, have a specific type of partner character that would help you with battles and stuff. You were able to pick items and stuff like that.
So far, the same except for the partner thing, but you do get partners in this game, but they're...
The card thing was a big turn off to me, honestly. It's just, I don't like the...
But what I'm trying to say is, with the newer Paper Mario games and stuff like that, I'm talking about Sticker Star in specific, they made... Inside that 3DS game Sticker Star, they made battles pretty much almost a non-factor, because it wouldn't have mattered whether or not you went into a battle or not. You weren't really... It wasn't really adding anything really significant, because you weren't earning EXP points and stuff to level up your character. It just basically was entirely filler to where you were navigating specific levels. That's how it felt like to me, and a bunch of other people who tried playing through Sticker Star and got incredibly bored after about a couple hours, because it just didn't really feel like it was all that fun or interesting. But I do agree with you, Justin, that from what I've seen of it, it definitely seems to have more personality to itself than, say, what Sticker Star had. I mean, with the Toads and stuff and the sort of characteristics, I know from not even having played it, but like at least looking through a couple of videos and stuff, that the game looks pretty, like, it has a lot of, like, a personal, like, charm to it, obviously. It's got still some great, like, particular characters and stuff, but at its core and stuff, it's sort of similar to where the battle system, you have to require specific type of, like, what is it, cards or stickers or something like that in order to go through certain battles and, like, that's the thing. The game in and of itself, it still requires, I think, in certain boss battles where you had to, like, use specific type of cards and stuff to beat bosses, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I haven't played that far yet, but, just my thing, though, like, with, I guess it was, like, a mental thing, like, when you're, like, leveling up, like, it feels good to, like, see your number go up.
Yeah.
I feel like it does that in its own way, where, like, the enemies get harder as you go on. That's why, like, always my thing, like, I love Earthbound, but to me, the leveling up system had nothing to do with my love for that game. Like, I feel like this actually...
Well, no, because there are other factors with Earthbound as well that made that game enjoyable. It wasn't just the battle system. I mean, hell, that was just part of it, because it was quintessentially like Dragon Warrior in terms of gameplay, you know? You're facing off against opponents and stuff, you're choosing your move, do this and do that. It's the type of, like, moves you're using. It was the fun you had with the specific memorable characters, the setting, and everything else. That just played a part in, like, a bigger picture, whereas you're playing a game, Paper Mario Sticker Star, where it has, like, some of those pieces and stuff, but, or even Color Splash, it has some of those pieces, but sometimes you don't really understand what is it that is missing from this that would actually make you enjoy it. Sort of like how you would say other RPG game.
And also to add on to that, the upsetting part about Six Star, and I think with Mario and Luigi, a couple of things. Not only the card stuff that I hated, that you fought like the same 3 enemies over and over again, so there's no real strategy. It was just tap buttons to win, and then also the Toad mini games in Mario and Luigi, the mini stuff that was required to do. That was the biggest.
You mean like the hide and seek things?
I hated those.
Oh.
It totally ruined the flow of the game to me. I would if I could.
I didn't like that game.
Yeah.
I will say everything I ran into this game has been really fun.
Yeah.
And exciting, and each new level I go to is like
okay.
awesome. Like, I'm. It doesn't feel like a game that's coming out like on a dead system. That's what it feels really weird. Like, I wish this game would have came out earlier or something. Like it's fantastic, super polished. It's a fantastic game so far. Like, I'm not comparing it to anything else. I've never played Paper Mario, so I mean, yeah, I don't have the comparison.
I would.
It's like I laughed out loud in this game a few times already, and like I think this game's like over 40 hours long. I'm like 6 or 7 hours into it, maybe.
Yeah.
And like I really enjoyed this game.
I would like it if I can go through and just like watch this game, and like just cut out the grinding part. Like
that's the thing too. I don't like grinding. There's no grinding.
I mean, just cut out all the battling. Like
which
except
is
for the,
one thing that like
except for the important.
That'd be
battling.
a complaint towards leveling up to me is the grinding. There's no grinding in this game.
Yeah, I just mean like take out all like the meaningless battles. Like if there's like I'm talking about like save the boss battles and mini bosses. If I could just watch the story parts of this game, I'm sure I would enjoy it. But I just don't want to play this game.
Honestly, if they had the gameplay of Super Paper Mario, I'd be fine with this.
I haven't got to a battle that I felt was meaningless or unfun. If I would have, I wouldn't still be playing it.
Yeah.
I got rid of Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish that game because it felt like that. This game has been the complete opposite for me. It's just like I don't know. It's actually fun to explore this world.
Yeah. I
like
wonder.
It sucks that I actually started talking about this game and like started comparing it to something I never played, but I was hearing so much stuff. I was curious to what you guys, like questions you guys had.
Yeah, I also think that the Paper Mario, the Mario and Luigi Paper Jams, I don't think there was. The story wasn't really that interesting. The world wasn't interesting.
No, that was super bland. This is not bland at all.
I think. Do you think that the story and the world? I mean, you already said the world, but like, you think the style is also a big reason to keep going through this game?
Style as in,
like, I mean, the paper and then just like
the way it looks and everything.
Like, yeah.
Well, that's definitely a big plus.
That's what I mean. Like, is that?
But it goes way. No, that's not why I'm still playing it.
But I mean, like, if it had the Mario and Luigi, like, it just looked like that. It wasn't like the paper part of it was taken out. It had the kind of the boring story that it was. Do you think it would make a huge effect on the game to you?
If it had,
I mean, like, would you still be playing it right now? I mean, if it was Mario and Luigi, like it was
everything else is the same though.
It was the same battling system, but Mario and Luigi, but the Mario and Luigi game.
With the cards like it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
Yes, because it's actually interesting and fun to explore. I don't care what it looks like. It looks very nice, but that's not why I like it.
Okay.
That's not what's keeping me playing.
So the battling system actually is a huge selling point to you.
No, I didn't say that. Like I enjoy the battling system.
Okay.
But it's not a huge selling. It's like this one of the chunks about where I love it about so far. Like one of the things I love about it. Okay. It's like actually really awesome. And so I'm saying like it's like it doesn't feel like a game's coming out to like a last game on a console almost.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like that. It feels like this is meant for like so much more.
Well,
it's
you look at like
so good.
The history of Nintendo consoles though. They always had that one last hurrah.
True.
Skyward Sword.
I honestly think this game might be one of the last hurrahs. Like, yeah, I really do think so.
Probably is. You think? I mean,
yeah.
Maybe Breath of the Wild.
Zelda.
Even though.
Yeah, it is the last.
I really think that it is, and I think it deserves that crown so far.
Yeah.
I've only, like I said, I haven't got to my first actual boss, and I'm about to.
Okay.
So far, I love this. It's like, it actually, the writing some of the stuff's pretty deep, if you want it to be, like, kind of in a weird, humorous way, kind of touches on, like, certain things. Like, there's one quote, it's like, oh, the bad guys in the game have straws, and they're basically a super simple, dumb story. They're sucking out the color out of the world, and like you bring a toad back to life, and he owns a shop, and he sells like he sells like alcohol, like mixed drinks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, here, I'm gonna make this drink for you. I'm gonna grab a straw." And he's like, "Oh wait, I can't give you a straw. A straw is what's been destroying this world." Then he's like, "Oh wait, if we don't have straws, only the outlaws have straws." Then my mind, jumps like political stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of funny that way. But there's a lot of stuff in there like that.
There's actually been a history of that. With if you look at some of the Super Paper Mario, they made some references to like World War shit, and then like
that's interesting.
Also, like they made like Final Fantasy references, like crazy. There's a bunch of crazy shit they've done.
There's just some situational humor in this game that I haven't seen in a video game maybe ever in a long time too.
Yeah.
Just funny, it's like a true testimony to like the whole like don't judge someone on how they look, but like on the context of their character. This game is completely that. Like with the characters in it, like the toads, like there's different colors of them, and they look very similar, and like but they're completely different from each other, and like that's what you remember. I don't even care about what they look like. Like I still remember this guy that I talked to like on this mountain somewhere.
You're really pissed at Dan Reichert, aren't you?
Just because, huh?
Are you really pissed at Dan Reichert?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't really listen.
Okay, okay. He's really pissed about the toads.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's really pissed about toads.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I don't know. Like, I was just surprised actually myself with how much character each one has. I was like, I want to go talk to this guy again. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's it for that so far. Like, kind of an initial impression. Went kind of long. I was just kind of curious about what you guys, questions or anything. I know you guys like the old Paper Mario games. So.
Yeah, that was your door, anyways.
Yeah,
for me.
Oh, I bought a PlayStation VR.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
What? Wow.
I'm kind of tired. I don't know. I was way more excited on Thursday when I went to go pick it up. I was like so ready to get off work. I went and got the. So I went and purchased the $500 bundle, which comes with everything you need to play.
Okay.
That's the only way I would have bought it.
What's in it? Just kind of curiosity.
It's got the headset.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Then has all the cords.
He just bought it for the stand.
Then it has the
mini PS4,
little tiny PS4.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
adorable.
It's got a little light on it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
That's
it's
amazing.
not. It's like on the side though. It's not up.
Can you
up
put
its crack?
Can you put it in rest mode? And
it goes in rest mode. If you put your PS4 in rest mode, it's on red too,
or
orange, or whatever the hell it
I'm
is.
gonna have to go buy one tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Then it comes with besides the normal thing you get. It comes with a PlayStation 4 camera, which is $50 to $60 by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with game VR World, which is $40 by itself.
Damn.
Then it comes with a demo disc, which I haven't really touched yet, which I guess has like a bunch of different games on it that are like available to purchase now. Most of them, but it's like a demo of them. Like what's the Riggs is on there? I think someone said Resident Evil might be on there too, like a kitchen demo or something. I haven't touched that yet. I really haven't touched much yet, to be honest. It comes with 2 Move controllers. For some reason, a 2-pack of Move controllers is $100.
Holy shit!
Like right now, specifically probably for this.
Yeah.
And
that's old tech from 2011,
so
and it's still
basically,
fucking.
I look at it like this.
So
I'm not gonna buy this thing unless I buy it with a $500 bundle because I saved quite a bit of money. Now I want to buy VR Worlds anyways. It's actually one of the most interesting things that I actually wanted to try because I feel like it's like their Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
Type of like PlayStation Worlds, it's like a really cool way that they want to show you, how like what possibilities, things you can do, kind of show other people too, like a tech demo type of thing.
Yeah, it's like a Wii Sports then. Like,
exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. So I was actually more excited about that than any other game I've seen like to actually buy. I was like, I want to try that out because that's what they want me to play. Like that's I feel like a very important thing. There's like I don't know all the games. I haven't played all of them yet. This is crazy. So, where do you guys want me to start with? Like the games? Are the games that I played on that VR Worlds, or do you want me to start with like hooking it up?
I want to know more about the initial experience and like.
Yeah, really.
How long did you play it before? Like, did you get sick? You could jump in that later. But
Okay.
those are things I'm more interested. Like.
Okay, then I'm gonna really quickly
in.
say the cords are a motherfucker, and I am usually really good at concealing cords and trying to find good ways to put them. I don't like to bend them on the back and make them all worn out and crap. It is not easy with this thing. I had to take off make room a whole other shelf.
Oh shit!
They'll put the little box on just because like it looks like there's a rat's nest, like a bald eagle's put a nest on top of the PS4. So I had to move that out of there.
Yeah.
And it's got the breakaway box that has a little fan on it too. So I was like, yeah, I'll put that up here. Get out of the way.
Oh, that's funny.
Works out because I put a headset up there next to it too. And like kind of store it there until I want to play it. But okay, I have not had. Okay, the first game I played. I'm trying to think about where to begin here. First game I played was I put VR Worlds in, got like a little update, so I was able to play it, and then I wanted to play it out of all these games I saw. I want to play Ocean Descent because I heard like a shark thing, you know, in a cage. It's like, oh, I so want to check that out. And I'm sitting there. My girlfriend Ashley's behind me. Daughter Cadence is behind me. And I feel like such a dork with this thing in my head. And it's like, I'm so sorry, guys. Should be hanging out. I just want to check this out. And I'm playing it. They're watching it because you can see everything on the TV that I'm doing. Roughly, it's not like perfect. Like I could look down at the floor and like it looks like I'm not looking down quite at the floor. Like it's not like completely what I'm seeing exactly.
It's not 1-to-1.
Right.
Is there like a delay? Maybe a slight delay.
It's not delayed at all. It's
Okay.
just like the extremities, the extreme ways I turn left or right wouldn't be as extreme on TV. It's weird.
Okay.
It's odd. Hard to. It's almost like you're like zoomed in on the TV or something. But so I'm playing this game, and immediately like I feel like I'm in the ocean, and like I'm in the cage, and like whoa, it's weird. And I guess I was playing with the PS4 controller. I guess that's what you use for that game. And it's like says something about you can stand up, and I forgot about it for a while. So later in the demo, I actually stand up, and you know how like the shark cages have like you can like some parts you can like probably stick your head out of them.
Mm-hmm.
I stood up and stuck my head out and looked down at this like black hole, and it's like oh, it just gave me chills, man.
Oh shit!
And I looked around, and like this lady's talking to me, and it's like we were picking up something big. And I don't want to give it away too much, but like the what happened in this thing actually made me like go like oh shit, and I kind of jumped backwards, and Cadence is scared and crying because she thinks something's happening to me in this virtual world. But like it was actually it messed in my head, man. It freaked me out. I know that it's not real. I know all this stuff, but your brain doesn't know what to do. It freaked me out. I didn't get sick at all.
Okay.
Scare you small children.
Yeah.
Was that a demo you played?
That's the VR Worlds.
Oh, that's a VR.
I didn't touch the demo
Okay.
disc yet.
Dude, I was just totally expecting like your daughter or something, just like to touch you on the leg or something like that. All of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, shark! Oh
I'll
god!"
get to
It
something
just
with her in a
kicked her
moment.
across the room.
It
Oh god!
actually almost ended really bad.
Uh-oh.
So the second game I played was it's like I was talking about earlier before the podcast. Pong keeps on getting reinvented. This is like Pong, but with your head. There's like a ball that goes back and forth. There's like a stadium all around you.
Holy shit.
This game is so cool and so fun. It's probably my actual favorite game I've played so far on it. Just how fast and fun and like arcade like type feeling it is. Like it just feels like this is one of the coolest quick examples that show somebody like the fun you can have in it. I can't think it's like Headball maybe. It's I don't know, that's probably not the name. It's really cool though.
Headball.
Yeah. So when I unlock like some trophies, like you hear like a noise, you don't know what's actually happening. But like I heard like a trophy noise, like I think I unlocked something I did actually.
Okay.
It doesn't pop up on the screen inside.
Oh, it makes sense though. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I played that game's awesome. Play that game if you can. Anybody. Headball. Next third one I played last night before I went to sleep. I was staying up way too late last night. I was too excited. And I played this game called Street Luge. It's like a legal luge racing. And you're going, you know, you're laying down, so like you see your body. It's in like your head's tilted down, kind of staring down at your feet like you would. And then like to move in this game is like you just tilt your head. You kind of tilt your body left and right, you know. It's kind of hard to hang like at first because like it's like a little too sensitive or something.
Yeah.
Kind of gotta like ease in and do it. I started getting the hang of it. But this game is like it's cool. This be like in a one way, but at the same time it's like the worst game I've played since like Downhill Jam,
Oh
Wii,
God,
Tony Hawk. It's just like
horrible
it
lotion.
actually is a lot like that game. But this is the first. This is the only game, the first game so far that made me feel like I wanted to projectile vomit. Like for a few hours after I took it off. I was playing. Like,
I was almost expecting you to do that
just, like,
once you try to play it.
And like, this is not fun. I was telling them, and it was like, oh man, I feel like when I go like on spinning rides, I love roller coasters. Nothing else makes me sick except for spinning rides. And this game did exactly what spinning rides does to me. And I think it threw me off because it's so jerky. Like you hit a curve, and all of a sudden like you were facing this way, all of a sudden you're like 180 degrees that way. I was like, what?
You think it's just kind of clunky, or is it?
It's just all super clunky.
Okay.
It doesn't. It literally looks like a PS1 game. But like, it probably looks a little better than that. But like
PS 1.5.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but I don't think I'll ever play that game again. Like, just because it made me sick. It like, weird head and everything. So that's, I also started London Heist today. And I didn't finish it because I got interrupted. I had to do some stuff. So that was really cool, though. You look down at your hands, and like you move them around because you use actually the move controllers in this one. It's the first one you actually use the move controllers on.
Yeah.
And there's like a lighter and a cigar, and it says like you push this button to like grab stuff, to like make your hands flex in and out. And all of a sudden, it feels like I'm like have like the force. The lighter shoots to my hand.
Oh shit!
Like from across the table. Like it's not really supposed to. It's gonna help you because it's like such a new tech. And like, then I get the cigar. I got it in my hand, and I'm sitting there throwing the left cigar or the cigar out of my left hand, and my right hand, back and forth, and it actually works.
Huh?
Like it's cool. They thought about that.
Whoa.
Like I'm sitting. I put my mouth, put the lighter up. I start seeing like smoke in front of me and stuff. And this guy's talking. I'm not even paying attention to this guy. I look over here. There's like a side of a couch to the right. I go to put my arm on it because I feel like I'm there. I'm touching nothing. It felt so weird. I almost fell through out of the chair. But then, yeah, that's all I've experienced so far with that. But real quick, I haven't experienced anything like I've been hearing like a lot of jitteriness with like the headset itself. There was some jitteriness with like the move controls. But that's about it. But like I haven't had any issues really with it. And one thing I have to note out, or have to speak about, is I actually wondered about this, and it did it just like I thought it would. You can correct yourself just like you can. I believe like the Wiimote started this. Like you're off to, especially like Wii Motion Plus. You push a button and hold it, and like you'll be back centered on.
Okay, cool.
You do the same thing with
recalibrating.
Your head. Same thing with Wii U gamepad. Same thing with your VR headset. Same thing, and I think it's the only way that it could actually work. To actually do that, you know, because you're gonna get off center sometimes. So that happened a couple times, but it was like you just hold a start button, right back. You want to point. You want to look at to where you comfortably want your head to be leveled at.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, I'd say one of the coolest parts of that whole VR Worlds game is when you start it up and like you're in the lobby, like kind of looking. There's like a shark over here and stuff. Like kind of like you're like in a hall. It felt so cool. Like you're playing the first. It really made you feel like you're playing something that's truly special because it felt awesome. The music, the presentation with like the lighting and everything, and then it's like PlayStation Worlds, and it felt like I was at the gate of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah. You guys have any questions?
No, I just how long? What's the longest stretch you think you've had in the headset?
An hour. Not because I wanted to get out, just because.
Okay. I'm just kind of curious about like the longevity. I haven't really talked to anybody or heard anything about like someone there for 3-4 hours. I'm just kind of curious how that would work.
I could easily do that with like a certain game. I think.
Yeah.
Like with the demo games, so it's kind of like, check this out.
Yeah.
Done. Check that out.
I'm kind of curious what you do with like when you get like some of those more full games.
Resident Evil 7 is like that one. I'm more interested than anything else, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
See what that game's gonna do, because that's actually what actually sold me on getting one.
Yeah.
Just that one like 5-minute demo that I played.
Oh shit. Gabe's computer just crashed. Hey guys, this is Tyler. Just want to let you know that unfortunately Gabe is going to be out the rest of the show due to his computer crashing. As you can tell, we were able to save his audio, luckily for us. But he'll be back next week, hopefully. Hopefully with no computer issues. But Gabe loves you, and he'll see you next week.
Oh, man. Yeah, so basically, I recommend this system. Or it's weird. That's one thing about it real quick. I wish I'd be more apt to love this thing and recommend it if it was like its own system.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing how it's powered and everything, like it'd be $800, $900 on its own.
Yeah.
But someday it'll be cool, I think, if it is its own system or something like that.
Yeah.
Like just a side. It'd be cool. Yeah, it's cool. You can hook it up to it, but like you also, if you only want VR, you have to buy this thing. Maybe you won't play as much if you were only into VR for some reason.
Yeah, I think this. We're definitely. I mean, I think eventually down the line it could be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
probably will be.
now this totally makes sense, and I'm actually super satisfied so far with my purchase. I've only played it a little bit.
Yeah,
and I think you were right when you said, like, you'll be happy. I mean, if you're willing to check it out, I think you'll be happy knowing that like you're not going to play it as much. And it is like it's a small hassle, but it's kind of a hassle to get the cords where you want them next to you, sit in your chair, get 5 feet away roughly. It is somewhat of a hassle, but it's something. It's kind of like, to me, it's like the progression of like what like the Wii was. Like if Nintendo would have kept going in that direction, I feel like it would have been down the path of like virtual reality, like where it keeps on going in that direction, where like it's, movement based, and it's like it just seems like a natural progression to me, and I think it's really cool, and it uses the Move controllers wisely. I do have issues with like, the button placements in the Move controls.
I didn't know they had
controllers. They have like a lot of buttons actually.
Oh.
They have select, start. They have X, square, triangle, circle. They have a big button in the middle, like the A button on a Wiimote.
Okay.
And they have trigger buttons on the back. And it's weird because you're used to pushing X on the bottom, but it's like they're set up like in a square shape.
Oh.
So like it's like X is like the bottom left corner of the square. It's weird. You kind of gotta train your brain, but at least they're like set in the same accordance with each other in a square at least like to the right of the square or the circle, to the right of the X, that kind of thing.
It's at least somewhat.
At least they didn't move them around completely.
Yeah,
but no, I think it's pretty cool. I'm glad. I told you I'm actually excited to have people come over, people in my family, friends, come over and just check it out. I'll help set it up for them and try to make it work. And it's really comfortable, and it's actually really weirdly light.
Yeah, that's what.
Very light.
That seems like the consensus right now is that the PSVR, as far as the headset goes, is by far the winner.
Yeah,
it's just being
price
wearing
wise.
it. I just mean like from this putting it on, having it on your face.
Yeah,
yeah. It seems like it's like it doesn't feel like the. Jim Sterling actually did a really good video about talking about like the Vive and like talk about all of them.
Yeah,
talk about VR in general, but he's talking about the Vive. It's just it feels cheap and it's not well designed.
Yeah.
And he's talking about the VR. It feels like it doesn't feel like you're getting a cheap product, and it just fits comfortably in your face. And when I wore it, I put that on. It was hot. Don't get me wrong. I sweat like crazy.
Did you?
But it felt like I put it on, and it's like I fit comfortably. I have glasses, so it fit over my glasses just fine.
Cool. I was wondering about that actually with you.
With the Oculus, when I played that, like I took the thing off. It took the glasses with it, and I go get them. I had to go physically take them out of the headset.
Oh so, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So from just like the 45 minutes I've spent in VR, I would say, I like the PSVR more, and it's obviously the one I'd go for what I have.
You have what you need to hook it to. Yeah.
Just don't have the money.
Right.
Everything I need but the money.
Yeah. I don't really either. That's yeah. It's cool though. Like I'll pay it back.
Yeah.
I took a loan out for myself.
The only thing that does concern me with it though, like a slight turn off, is just like I touched on it a little bit last week. We were talking about the Resident Evil stuff, and that is the fucking some of those prices, man.
Yeah.
Those scare me off. Like $40 for Drive Club, $60 for Battlezone, That rigs you were talking about was like $50.
Yeah.
Job Simulator was $30. It's like, like I want to try some of these games, but it's like.
Luckily,
ooh.
they give you demos on the demo
Yeah.
disc no matter what, just so you can at least check them out, see if anything you're interested in. Because I agree with you, it's like, it's not like a lot of, because it's new territory. You can't just look at it and read it and like, it's like, oh yeah, I'd like to check that out.
There's not.
You really have to be in it to know if you'd like it. Like literally, you can't just watch a video of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things.
It would help you.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a couple.
It's definitely not the same.
Like Rec Room. I don't know if you've seen any videos on that. It's I think it's for the Oculus, or it might be for the Vive as well. Check that. I hope that game, if that comes to VR, that's going to be a big boost for me because that game looks fucking awesome.
Really?
It's just, it looks like it's kind of like I guess a Wii Sports kind of thing for VR. Where it's
Sounds
just,
like one.
You're in a rec room, like you're at a community center, and like people are like throwing darts, and there's a radio, and you can play like paintball and shit, and it just looks really cool. And that would be really cool if that comes to the. It might already be announced for. I'm not sure. But again, PSVR, that would be a big sign up for me. That game looks awesome.
Cool. Yeah. I recommend to anyone, just try to get the $500 bundle if you can.
If you don't already have all the other stuff.
If you don't have the other stuff, yeah. And you get the $40 game for free, basically. So.
Is that in the $400 one, or is that just for the 500?
You just get the demo disc.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which,
okay.
yeah.
Damn.
So it's like weird. Like they should have that with everything. Since it's PlayStation Worlds.
They should
have it with every single one.
How much is that by itself? 40, you said?
$40.
Wow, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. I'll have more to say it eventually.
Right.
I only probably played it a total of like a couple hours, maybe a few.
All right.
But I've enjoyed it so far.
You got a couple games you can get for it too here you're playing on? Or?
Yeah, one just came that I haven't played yet. Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
Okay.
I believe it's called.
Or Rush of Blood to the Head.
Rush of Blood to the Head.
The Coldplay game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool though.
Alright.
Come check it out anytime you want to.
I'll probably check it out here soon.
Cool.
Hope to get one around like Christmas time.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That's where you
I think they'll be there. I think you'll be able to find them too.
Yeah, it sounds like they're fairly not like you got to do a little bit of searching, but it sounds like people are going.
Find them.
You can find one, yeah.
Cool. That's good.
I've heard people just go out to the store and pick one up, so
good.
Which is good. It sounds like they're.
Yeah.
I don't know if that doesn't mean they're selling as well. It sounds like they're selling really well.
I think they are.
But it sounds like they're at least regularly available.
Yeah.
And somebody's making a profit off of them, so it sounds like they're
good.
making it hard to get.
Good.
But Gabe is still not with us. It sounds like his computer is going bad. Hopefully we can salvage his audio and put in there what he talked about. If not, this is going to be
It's not going to make a whole lot of sense.
No, I mean we can.
In certain parts.
Yes, it will be. I apologize for what you may have just heard. Potentially, actually, I apologize anyways for what you just heard. Even if it wasn't a normal episode.
I apologize for everything that I said.
You should.
Yeah, I know.
But so I think we're just gonna go ahead and call it an episode this week. Just try to make it. Let's cut our losses while we can, I guess, on this one. Hopefully everything turns out okay on your guys' end for you people. But thank you guys for listening. If you want to hear more from us, we're in Facebook. We have a page and group. It is GenGaming Podcast. So like and join us on there. On Twitter, we are at GenGaming Pod. Follow us on there. And then on YouTube, it is Generation Gaming. So like our videos and subscribe to there as well. And also on Twitch, we are a GenGaming podcast on there. So I think that's a follow. So follow us on there. If it's not, join us. If it's not, subscribe. That's great. We do some streaming on there still. So check us out on there. We really greatly appreciate that. And if you listen to us on YouTube, like the video, listen to us on iTunes, leave us a review, please. Preferably 5 stars. If you do, Justin will send you his PSVR headset if you give him a 5-star review.
Yes, I will.
And you say hashtag Jack Over Gables, hashtag fuck Nintendo. Put those in there, and Justin will send you it. You will just want yourself a brand new PSVR, and also I will give you Gabe's credit card number. So,
Credit card.
Yes, I'll give you all 16 digits plus the 3 in the back.
Yep, and the expiration date.
Oh no, you gotta leave a 6-star review for that.
That's true.
6 stars for that.
That is true. You want
we're,
that pizza?
We're not giving that. We're not giving that fucking cowboy for free. You know. Shit. Yeah, work for that. We gotta put a ring on that. No, but thank you guys so much for listening. I was your host Tyler.
And I've been Justin of Farts.
Justin of Farts. Do I Alan myself out here?
GG.
Alan? I thought
baby.
I can't believe you remember that. Damn it.
I don't remember if that's what it was or not.
It was. That's what it was last week.
Good.
Alright, cool. 2 weeks in a row.
Baby.
Well, now you just ruined it. You said it twice. You can't say it twice.
Fuck.
That's wrong now. You can still have hashtag.
What if I say it a third time? Don't ever say it a third time. Especially in a mirror.
Yeah, especially in the mirror.
You don't want to do that?
No.
Baby. No.
Oh, shit. One of the girls from TLC will come kill you.
Left eye?
Left eye.
That'd be scary, actually. I'd be like shaking because I think she died.
I'm pretty sure she actually did. Someone died. I didn't specify. You did. Go to hell. I was trying to think of a famous person with baby in her name. I had nothing. So, Baby Geniuses. The babies from the movie, the shitty movie Baby Geniuses will come kill you. The awesome wonderful films. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Thank you. Hope you didn't hear that.